Alright, y'all, I had to switch some stuff up real quick.
Because you say you had my seed, I know you don't owe shit to me. It was sweet.
Alright, I'm letting y'all see the cards some more. And y'all see my letters.
Till it wasn't sweet. Wish I knew this all along. You don't care what you heard.
Okay. So, I had to leave and come back real quick. I was trying to get the laptop to work because I already had it set up going anyway. That is neither here nor there. But this is the energy of Aries season. Things are going to go awry here and there, and you have to think on your feet. And I'm excited to dive into this new moon energy. The first card that we have out is Be Still for a Minute in reverse. It's time to move forward. You've been still long enough, and you have to learn how to rest while you're still charging forward in a sense. Even though, Taurus is next, that bull energy is there underneath the surface. So we have the sun, the moon, Mercury, and Chiron all in Aries right now. I titled this video originally before I had deleted the cleansing fire, because this is just a new moon video. The monthlies will be rolling out next week, but the energy for this new moon is going to resonate very loudly throughout the month. We are starting the month, the first day of the month with a new moon. We are ending the month of April with a new moon, and not just a new moon at the end of the month, but it's the start of the eclipse season in Taurus. So that Taurus energy is loud underneath there, but quiet, just like Taurus. They can make you feel them with their energy. Sorry, Aries, that their energy is kind of taking over your season. And I feel like you may feel this. So the notes that I have written down for when I was getting more into the energy. Getting into the energy for tonight, tomorrow's new moon. We have drink water first. There's a lot of fire energy right now. There's a lot of forward movement. There's going to be a lot of fast-paced communication, and you're gonna have to think on your feet. Like I said, things are gonna move very quickly. So you wanna make sure that you are properly hydrated. Rested. If you do not have, sorry, it's a little too loud. If you do not have fire energy, if you don't have that go, don't force yourself. Now is the time to find balance in your life. Adequate rest, making sure you're getting your water, still hitting your goals, still keeping up with your schedule, knowing when to say no, not overpromising. Because the one thing about Aries, baby, even if they do overpromise, when they realize that they are fine with saying no or just not showing up or fuck this and walking off a cliff into a new path. The Aries is represented by the Fool in traditional tarot. So, the card that came out was self-love over fuck shit. As I was sitting here talking to you guys. One of the words that came through earlier was rage, but the way it was shown to me essentially is not in a forceful way per se. It is more about a meaning behind the madness is what they're saying. It is like your rage, and it's not just anger or hatred. It's not that type of rage. It's just this feeling of moving forward uninhibited, not caring what people think, how they're gonna think, how they take it, how it affects them. Aries is I am. It can come off very selfish. It can. However, when you love yourself as much as Aries does, it is easy to love other people, and also to know when certain people just aren't right for you or not meant for you anymore. Serious. Told you, moving forward. So there's something else I have written down here, but we're gonna see if the cards tell a story of what else I have written down here. And I can show you, it's written on a napkin. But we're gonna see. See, and this, just how the cards are moving with this is very, oh, I gotta do this, I gotta put stuff here, I need to respond back to this person. It's very boom, 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 boom. And can't make this shit up. It wants very fast movement. Something is coming in quick. Oh, we have the Hangman. Okay. Don't get caught up in, let me say, don't get caught up. Don't get caught up in your head. You can handle everything that is coming towards you right now. Oh. Queen of Spears, Ace of Spears with 8 of Cups at the bottom. What is coming in quick is communication. This Queen of Spears energy, let's dig into this. Because I told you I had something else written down here and we're going to see if the cards told the story, and they already are. So, what I have written down here is they were talking about opening you up. I don't know if you can see this, but emphasis on the ears and the heart opening. With this Queen of Spears, this is talking about hearing people out, but also not sticking, let me not even say it like that, not using your boundaries as a weapon or as a force field that is keeping everyone out. This is being able to listen, allow people to state their case, and really listen and take it in and discern. There's a lot of truth coming in. There's a lot of communication coming in when it comes to friendships, relationships, crushes. It has a lot to do with people's true feelings or what they have said about you. We have the Eight of Cups. Eight of Cups, the Hierophant, and the Five of Wands. Ooh. And then I see Five of Pentacles, and my chest hurts. They're going, I told y'all, a lot of y'all is about to get slapped, whether it be figuratively or literally. With Mercury and Aries as well. There's a lot of fast communication, there's a lot of forward communication, there's a lot of direct, blunt communication, and you really have to open your heart and your ears because you have to be able to understand where people are coming from, and you have to actively listen, because when you implement both those things, you are better able to discern what is necessary in certain situations. This Hierophant in the middle of walking away, impossible, chaos, and fighting, it symbolizes the balance and the duality of knowing when, literally, to walk away or stay and fight. It's having the wisdom to know when to walk away, Eight of Cups, or fight, Five of Wands. But to really have this discernment, this higher knowledge, this wisdom, this poise, this grace, this regalness, darling. Cause this, baby, this is class. They don't teach this. Queen of Spears, Ace of Spears. This is how you get there. You use what you've learned as protection, but you don't use it to isolate. And these truths come rushing in. But what's that behind it at the center of it all? Coming out. Be still for a minute is reversed. Coming out of hiding, coming out of the cocoon. It is spring. It is time to emerge. It is time to blossom. And remember these lessons of love, because I feel like that's what a lot of you have been through. This Five of Pentacles at the bottom, a lot of you feel like you may have missed out on something, or you are missing out on something, or people counted you out, or they wanted you down and out. Again, for those that wanted you down and out, know when to walk away or fight. Because in this Aries season, some of these truths, you're going to have to call people out. What can we carry from this energy throughout the month? What seeds can we plant to carry us through the next 30 days? Four of Pentacles in the Sun card. This is about investments, baby. And when making these investments, the longevity of your investments, how it brings you joy now, but how also brings joy to your inner child, your family, your community. That's the other thing. We have an Aquarius stellium right now that is pulling out, excuse me, our altruistic nature, our compassion. And there's an underlying bit of Saturn in there too. So I want us to kick it into gear. So this is what you need to carry with you throughout the month. It's spring. It's the new year. It is the fresh start. I'm surprised the Fool card is not out because I feel that full energy of just trusting and believing so much in oneself and their worth and their desires, just knowing that they can and will get it, and knowing when, how to do the work. Chariot moving forward. Another Cancer card, the Moon in reverse. Things are coming out, and I feel like this has been a thing for a while, of things coming out. Exposure. We're in exposure culture, and more is coming out, and it has a lot to do with how people feel, good or bad. What is this Chariot card? What is this forward movement? What are we moving into? What are we moving into? Ooh, to the eclipse. Four of Pentacles again. Nine of Pentacles. Protect your investments. I told you, this energy is, I don't want to say tricky, and I don't want to say erratic, even though those are the first words that come to my mind. It's jarring. Because you really gonna have to be on your P's and Q's. Not just that, you gonna have to be solid. You're gonna have to be so grounded within yourself to handle what is going on this Aries season. I can't wait for the monthlies. I can't wait. I can't wait for you guys to get into the monthlies, because Aries New Moon tomorrow, today. Smack dab in the middle of the month, we have full moon in Libra, all about balance and restoration. Empress energy right before her sister Taurus closes up the month with another new moon, a blue moon for April, with an eclipse, a solar eclipse. So this is gearing us up for the rest of the year. Cube 2 is going to set you up for the rest of the year, baby. Think longevity, think expansion. I posted that today on Jupiter Day. Think expansion, and it's spilling over into this new moon reading. Like, think long term. Think wild. There's also a Kazemi with this new moon. which I've heard the more seasoned astrologers talking about, and it's supposed to be very potent with making wishes. Um, of course, it's magical. Everything is magical. It's magical in the mundane, but it's very useful. Like, there are so many ways that you can utilize this energy, and people are always looking for, well, what new moon spell can I do? What candle work can I do? Like, magic is in the mundane. Like, the magic is in the work. Like, if you're not working, like, I don't, I hate that I'm saying like so much. If you are not putting in the work, if you are not putting in the blood, sweat, and tears, which is the sacrifice, if you are not bringing the proverbial offerings to the altar, you're not just, these blessings aren't just gonna fall out of thin air. What you know is not gonna fall out of thin air. Your hopes, dreams, and desires are not just gonna fall out of thin air. Yes, they can. Yes, you can believe that. Hey, use it as a meditation tactic. But until you really put in the work, it's not going to happen. And right now, it's time for you to put in a lot of work. Not only is it time for you to put in a lot of work, it's time to implement a lot of the lessons that you have learned over the past few years. This Nine of Pentacles is all about sovereignty. And the one thing I love about the Nine of Pentacles and the Nine of Cups, it's all about being stable and solid and confident in oneself before a partner and someone else comes in to enjoy that. This season is going to seem very selfish. For those of you that have learned boundary setting, shout out to everybody who has been going to therapy or using their friends for talk therapy, or, you know, researching different ways to communicate better, learn themselves better, and doing their own forms of self-healing. Shout out to you, because you're really gonna have to implement it over this season, because maybe this old skin is shedding. I really feel like for a lot of you, it's like you don't know who you are right now, but you know who you're not anymore. And I want you to know that that is enough. As long as you know what you gotta leave behind, what baggage you putting down, what you're letting go, what you're cutting off, where you came from, as long as you've you've accepted that and made peace with it, you don't have to know who you are becoming. Who do you want to become? And more importantly, this is how you stay grounded. If it was all stripped away, what matters most to you? Not for comfort, yes, some of these things will comfort you. But what do you absolutely need at the core of your being? And those are your non-negotiables. Once you know your non-negotiables, you know how to make up the rest. I feel like a lot of you, because your perspective and your mindset has changed, your non-negotiables have changed. Cool. Who we gonna be now? How are we gonna dress up this avatar for this season? Are we cosplaying? Are we mysterious? Are we a leader? Do we want to make an impact on our friends, family, and maybe the whole world? Thank you so much. If you guys have made it this far for the replay on YouTube, drop a fire sign emoji in the comments. I love you guys. The monthlies are coming. I'm gonna let you digest this. We'll do all signs and then we'll break it down by element, and got a new format for you guys. Love you. Peace. Bye.